Welcome back to Study Tips for IGCSE Mathematics. Today's topic is related to making sense of algebra. Without further delay, let's begin. What is algebra? Algebra, as the language of mathematics, uses letters and other symbols to write mathematical information in a shorter way. Let's look at the using letters to represent numbers. First of all, use algebra to write an expressions of h for number 1, a height 12 centimeter shorter than average. So of a result from this question, so how to use letter to represent numbers is h minus 12. This is how the answer should be. So a height 12 centimeter shorter than average. So the answer should be h minus 12. Means that shorter than means that less than. So you need to subtract. For question number 2, a height 2 times taller than average. So using letters, how to express of h is h plus 2x. H is represent height. Taller than means more than. So you add 2x is unknown, but it can still be used in the expression. And thirdly, the question is a height half the average height. So the answer should be h is represent height minus 2. Half means divided by 2. Using letters to represent numbers, applying the rules, algebraic expressions should be written in the shortest and simplest. 2 multiplied by h is written as 2h. Y multiplied by z is written as yz. H means once multiply h, but you do not write the 1. And h multiplied by h is written as h to the power of 2. This is the next example how you substitute letters with numbers. Example given, A is equivalent to 2 and B is equal to 8. Find the value of expression. Example, the question given is AB. What does it mean by AB? AB means that A multiplied by B. So put back the multiplication sign, and A is actually equivalent to 2. A you replace, substitute with 2, multiply by B. B is equivalent to 8. So you substitute B with the 8. 2 multiplied by 8 is equivalent to 16. And the next question is 3B minus 2A. What does it mean by 3B minus 2A? It means that 3 multiplied by B minus 2 multiplied by A. Alright, so as you already know, A is already given as a value of 2 and B is also given the value of 8. So you just substitute the value for A and B. So 3 multiplied by 8 minus 2 multiplied by 2. And use the order of operators rules, must be multiply before minus. So 3 times multiplies by 8 is equivalent to 24, and 2 multiplies by 2 is equal to 4. 24 minus 4, so the answer is 20. And then the third example, 2a to the power of 3. What does it mean by 2a to the power of 3? It means that a have to times 3 times. A multiplied by A multiplied by A. So in this case, you substitute 2 times A. A is actually given is 2. So 2 times 2 to the power of 3. So substitute the value for A. So 2 times 8. So 2 times 8 is equivalent to 16. And finally, the next question is 2A in bracket A plus B. So as a rule says that you have to multiply 2A times A plus B, means that 2 times 2 times 2 plus 8. It means that 2 times 2 is equivalent to 4 times in the bracket 2 plus 8 is equivalent to 40. So 4 times 10 is equals to 40. And then substitute letters with the numbers, the next example, whereby we have in a form of diagram. So the question is, write an expressions for the perimeter of each shape. And B, find the perimeter in centimeter if given x is equal to 4. So you have this diagram. Okay, the diagram shows that for each length is the same. So the value of the length is x. So how to calculate the length or to find the perimeter for each of this diagram? That will be the question number B. And the first one, how to get the value of x? So it means that x must be plus by x, must be plus by x, must be plus by x. So it becomes 4x. Okay. So if you want to find the perimeter of in centimeter for this diagram is 4 times x. That means 4x, 4 times x. So given the value is 4. So you have to substitute 4 into the expression. So become 4 times 4 is equal to 16 centimeter. And this is actually also the same question, but different diagram. So given the value is 3x, x, x, x to the power of 2 plus 1. So if you want to know the value of the length all together at the 4, it means that 3x plus x to the power of 2 plus 1 plus 3x plus x to the power of 2 plus 1. So you have to add up the 4 lengths together. Okay, so this is a slightly a typo error whereby this is not x, this is 3x, and this one is x to the power of 2 plus 1. So the total length would be when 3x plus 3x to the power of 1 plus 1 plus 3x plus x to the power of 2 plus 1. It means that 3x, okay, that is 2 repeated of x, and x to the power of 2 plus 1 is also 2 repeated. That means 3x, 2 repeated. So that means 2 open bracket 3x plus 2x open bracket x to the power of 2 plus 1. Okay, so and then you substitute the value in the expressions given x equals to 4. So 2 times 3 times x means that 3 times 4 is equivalent to 12 plus 2x. 2 times x to the power of 2 plus 1. It means that 4 to the power of 2 is equal to 16 plus 1. That means 17. 2 times 17, it means that 34. 24 plus 34, and the total round up to become 58 centimeter. And how you simplify the expression, adding and subtracting like terms, below. For example, given example, you have 4a plus 2a plus 3a. That means terms are all alike. So what you have to do, you just add the coefficients and write the terms. It's a very simple. 4 times 2 plus 3. That means 4, 6, 9. 9a the answer. But in the second question, where you have b as an extra, 4a plus 6b plus 3a. Okay. First, what you need to do is you have to identify the like term. So where you have 4a here, and you have 6b here, and you have 3a here. So the like term here is 4a and 3a. So you have to add the same coefficients of a like term. So that means 4a plus 3a is equals to 7a and plus 6b. And number C, you have 2p plus 5q plus 3q minus 7p. So as usual, you have to identify the like term. What is the like term for this? Okay, you have 2p minus 7p, which is minus 5p, and 5q plus 3q is equivalent to 8q. And working with the brackets, as you know, we already learned that in the first chapters, we have to follow order of operators. And also, whenever you have a bracket, you have to solve everything is inside the brackets. Okay, so given here is question number 1 is 2 in the bracket 2x plus 6. That means to simplify it, it means that 2 times 2x plus 2 times 6. So to simplify the expressions to the lowest is become 4x plus 12. And number B, we have 4 in the bracket 7 minus 2x. So you have to 4 times 7 minus 4 times 2x. So equivalent to 28 minus 8x. And C, you have 2x multiplied by x in the bracket plus 3y. So you have 2x multiplied x plus 2x times 3y. So you have the answer 2x to the power of 2 plus 6xy. And number 4, you have xy in the bracket 2 minus 3x in bracket. It means that xy times 2 minus xy times 3x. So the answer should be 2xy minus 3x to the power of 2 minus y. And indices, uses of index notation in algebra. Okay, for example, you have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So it means that 2 is repeated for 4 times. That means 2 to the power of 4. That means you have to count how many times the numbers are being multiplied. For example, z multiplied by z multiplied by z. That means you have to count how many times the same number are being multiplied. So in this case, z is being multiplied for 3 times. That's right. The way how we write it is z to the power of 3. Okay, the second example where it shows you how to use index notation in algebra. For example, 4 to the power of 5 plus 4 multiplied 4 to the power of 4. So it means that power 5, 4 multiplied of 5 times 4 multiplied by 4 means that 5 must be plus by 4. So it becomes 4 to the power of 9. Same thing like this. For example, y to the power of 4 times y to the power of 4. Means that when you simplify the equations, the expressions is become y. 4 plus 4 is become 8. So y to the power of 8. That's all for today's lessons. So hope that you always make practice. You always practice and practice make you perfect. That's all for today.